How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. So yesterday we talked about the RTX 3050 sucking at mining, which was a good thing. Kids DDoSing their schools, Mr. Lizard King from Meta building the world's most powerful supercomputer, and then also a bunch of other topics. Now, for today, we're gonna get into some news regarding Blizzard making a new game. More Star Wars games also coming out. I'm excited for that. Tesla cars getting hacked again, and then also the RTX 3050, which should be out by the time you're watching this. Now, starting off, the Japanese tech giant SoftBank agreed to sell ARM to Nvidia back in September 2020 as a part of a $40 billion deal. The US Federal Trade Commission, however, sued to block Nvidia's takeover, arguing that it's going to harm competition and monopolize the chip industry. The UK government also actually opened an investigation into the deal. So currently it seems like Nvidia is getting ready to abandon its acquisition of ARM after struggling to get regulatory approval. The company apparently told our partners that it doesn't expect the $40 billion deal to close. A SoftBank spokesperson said in a statement emailed to CNET on a Tuesday, "We remain hopeful that the transaction will be approved." Now I want to hear from you guys, what do you think about this? Do you think it's a good thing that Nvidia is potentially going to fail on acquiring ARM, or do you think it would possibly be a good thing that they were able to get ARM and produce additional or other chips? Let me know down in the comments below. Then next up, Respawn Entertainment is making 3 more Star Wars games. Enough said, I'm happy, and that's all I need. But I'm really excited for this, as Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was a gem of a game. The studio is also known for Titanfall and also Apex Legends, of course. A first-person shooter overseen by a former Star Wars Battlefront producer is also coming up, so excited. Additionally, a strategy game produced by Respawn is also on the way, with a Bit Reactor leading development. The new third-party studio is headed up by Greg Fortis, hopefully I pronounced it okay, who previously worked on the XCOM series, which might be a good thing, we will see. An open world Star Wars game from Ubisoft's The Division 2 studio, a massive entertainment, is already in works as well, while Quantic Dream is developing a Star Wars Eclipse. But before any of those games actually hits the shelves, we are going to be able to enjoy another LEGO Star Wars game, the Skywalker Saga, which arrives on April the 5th. So another LEGO Star Wars game. I kind of feel there's a bit too many coming out recently. I want some additional Star Wars games, but hey, I still love my LEGO, so we're going to enjoy that. Then next up, for some gaming news, survival games are everywhere these days, and it seems like everyone wants a hand in the survival pie. Well, Blizzard is now also apparently making their first survival game. The new game is the first new universe from Blizzard since Overwatch in 2016, which actually feels like a longer back than that. It's also the studio's first survival game. It's fairly common to announce games early to try and recruit a new talent. For example, Respawn Entertainment's announcement of its new Star Wars games contained a job listing, and Blizzard unfortunately is facing a challenging time when it comes to hiring. Talent acquisition and retention have been difficult for them, causing game delays and employees also leaving the developer in the heart of Activision Blizzard's legal troubles for more competitive jobs elsewhere. In a game announcement on Blizzard's website, the studio says this new IP will be for a PC and consoles, but with the Activision Blizzard sale to Microsoft still up in the pending phase, there is no word yet if it's going to be console plural or only going to be for Xbox only. We will have to wait and see. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of this? Are you excited for a new IP from Blizzard for the survival game? Do you think that's going to be cool? Or you're just like entirely over Activision and Blizzard games because of all of the controversies going on? Let me know down in the comments below. Then next up, in yesterday's news, we talked about kids DDoS attacking their school's network. Well, it's kind of going the same trend today, as a 19-year-old has found a way to hack into Teslas. David Colombo is the hacker who allegedly hacked these cars. He could remotely control commands like adjusting the vehicle stereo volume, manipulating doors and windows, and even engaging Tesla's keyless driving tool, potentially without the drivers even knowing destroying it. Colombo revealed he was able to gain access to the vehicles through a security flaw in an open source logging tool called Tesla Mate. Colombo was able to manipulate a shocking amount of the car's features. Now, he does not believe he would have been able to remotely move the cars or manipulate steering or braking, which is a good thing, we don't want that. But Colombo said he did reach out to both Tesla and also Tesla Mate, and fixes have already been issued. He could even get hold of some of the owners' email addresses as well. And also, just kids these days, they're way too smart. And I kind of think like Elon Musk or Tesla needs to hire this guy, that he uses his powers for good and not hack other unnecessary stuff. But it's pretty cool. A lot of times these hackers or like just hobbyists kind of hacks into different manufacturers' products and then gives the manufacturer the tools and the information on how they did it so they can apply a fix and reduce hacking attempts in the future. But I do hope that they do supply a bit of a bonus or like a reward for the kids or the people who get that, because sometimes there's like a reward for that, or maybe just like a job. I think that'll be pretty cool. But still, crazy that a 19-year-old can do this. So we all hate crypto miners stealing all our GPUs because of greed, or while we just want to enjoy playing our games at a high settings, 4K, 144Hz. If you have a monitor that can do that, if you want to check one out, I did actually do a video on one. You can check out the link in the description. But anyway, solo miners with a relatively weak setups have found success in recent weeks using a USB-based mining rigs, which I thought was dead. I saw that like years and years back, but kind of thought you need the big massive miners these days. The most recent example comes from a solo USB miner participating in the solo.ckpools.org, which offers a no frills, a no fuss, 2% fees, anonymous solo Bitcoin mining for everyone. Sounds pretty cool. The miner solved a block with a rig that had a hash rate of approximately only 8.3 terahashes per second and earned more than $215,000 worth of BTC. The types of USB miners used are available from retailers like Amazon and also Bitcoin merch, if you can actually find the stock, because that's also going to be a problem. The miner in question has a rig of approximately 96 terahashes per second, but it was only operating at only a tenth of that performance when it actually solved the block, and that's also really slow, because some of the ASIC miners are looking between like 100 to 200 terahashes per second on a single unit, and that guy's entire rig was only 86 terahashes. So he got really lucky there. He got the lottery right there. It's all fine and well. Mine with your USBs. I don't think there's gonna be a USB shortage. We hope not, imagine. But just leave our GPUs alone and everything is going to be fine. Otherwise, we're gonna riot in the streets and anarchy is gonna spread. Now then, lastly, by the time you're watching this, the RTX 3050 should have been launched with benchmarks as well. Even though I actually do have an RTX 3050 right here, the beautiful Strix from ASUS, unfortunately, I didn't have any drivers to actually test the card with, which is really sucky. I'm not sure if it's just me having troubles with drivers, but we have been seeing some leaks. Could just stay there. But we have been seeing some benchmark leaks in the meantime as well, even before the card is released. Now, the leaks showcase that the new budget $250 MSRP card, which is going to be more like $400, is roughly around 20 to 30% slower than the RTX 3060. Some benchmarks show it marginally beating out the RX 6500 XT, which is the one from AMD, which nobody's happy about because it doesn't perform that well. And also that one should be retailing for around $200, but it's more like $300-ish, a bit less than that. But you do at least have a DLSS though with these cars, and I think that's the only thing that's really going to save them and perform better, because again, comparing to a 3060, it's quite a bit slower, and even more so, around 50% slower when comparing it to a 3060 Ti, which is really unfortunate. It's not looking too great, honestly, if you're going to need to pay that premium and get $400 or even like $350. It's just not going to be worth it in my honest opinion. But if you can get it for that $250, then at least you do have a card and you're able to play games. but that's if you can get it for $250, which I don't think a lot of people will be able to. And here in South Africa, it's also going to be stupidly expensive. Some of the information that I got was that it's going to be over 10,000 Rand, close to around 11,000 Rand, which is just stupidly expensive for a budget card. That is the price point you would pay for a 2060 when that was released way back. So yeah, it doesn't look too great for the GPU market still. But anyway, that's pretty much it for our video. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and comment like always. If you want to check out any of the news articles, links will be down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think of some of the news. Are you potentially going to get or try to get a 3050? Are you happy about some of the games being announced? What do you think about Tesla being hacked again? And just so on. Let me know down in the comments below. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.